to another episode of First and Last. Jimmy's got COVID edition. We're
it's a HIPAA violation.
No, it's not. Jimmy, would you like me to strike that from the record?
Just bleep my name each time.
Okay.
One of us three. You don't know who though.
Yeah, but we're doing this remote, so hopefully we remember how to podcast remote again.
Wow. Never thought I'd see the day. That's not true. I thought I would have had COVID like a long time ago.
You've been seeking it out.
Right? Couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah, I agree with you. I am shocked that I've never had COVID.
Yeah. I kind of assume that I have, just have been like asymptomatic.
Mm-hmm.
But not this time. Oh no.
Undeniable this time.
This time it's definitely COVID.
Not a hoax, guys. So I take back everything I said.
Yeah, maybe you should take down that blog you've been doing for the last 2 years.
Oh man.
Are you Q?
Oh. No.
You've been really messing stuff up, man.
Get a hold of yourself.
Not Q, but I do have a funny January 6th story. No, I'm just kidding. Was not there.
A funny January 6th story.
Let's just blow past it. We've been talking about COVID for over 2 years. No one wants to hear this.
No, that's true. Joe, what's first and last instead? What is this podcast?
It's a TV pod. We take a TV show, watch the first episode, skip straight to the end, watch the last episode, and based on just the premiere and the finale, judge it based on its merits and some of its intangibles. Did it end with a wedding? That's a demerit.
Ooh,
definitely.
Did it have a cool character in the first episode that is all of a sudden gone for the last episode? That's a demerit.
Who couldn't they afford by the last episode?
Yeah.
Did they decide to quit their journey and sit on a rock right at the end of the episode? Not a demerit.
Yeah, that's a plus.
That's a plus.
Extra point.
Rock?
Hercules.
Oh yeah.
He retired to a rock. Yeah. A rock.
That's right.
Not Iraq.
Not Iraq. Solid like a rock.
Oh, excellent.
So I guess it's a Jimmy show this week, huh?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. And I picked a somewhat shorter show just because I don't know how long I'll last.
That's fair. That's fair.
If
we're just watching Over the Garden Wall again.
If at any time I'm just passed out over here, just continue on without.
All right. Yeah. So listeners, be prepared to lose Jimmy today.
Yeah. I mean, like die.
Oh God.
I do have some. What's the Paxlovid? It's like
the the good stuff.
Never mind. It's the good stuff. Haven't broken into it.
Ivermectin.
Yeah, it's the horse thing.
Hanging out with Joe Rogan.
Oh God, no.
Hey man, I'd give it a shot. Whatever works, right?
I mean, it definitely production value would go way up on this pod if we were hanging out with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I mean, we'd get way more expensive mics. That's for
Have
sure.
some wacky sound effects.
He's got sound effects.
I don't know. I don't listen to fucking Joe Rogan. The jokester.
I mean, he can afford a soundboard. So
Yeah.
That's just really a matter of choice at this
Right.
point.
Some drops. Is that what they call them in the biz?
The rush hour, talk radio sound effects.
Oh, man.
Your morning drive with
that.
Joe Rogan.
We could do some 4-part harmony, news, first and last, intros.
Maybe this isn't the necessarily correct forum, but remember that no button from forever ago?
Oh yeah.
So that just stayed at my place and then was randomly hit every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got rid of a lot of electronics when I moved recently, and I think I donated that no button to
Oh
some-
man.
Oh,
Oh no.
some kid is
No.
Some kid is gonna love that. Savers by.
What if you need an emergency no? What are you gonna do?
Say
Sure.
no. Just say it out loud.
Just say no, kids.
It won't be as funny, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
all right.
So
All right,
anyway,
Jimmy.
the other thing was when picking the show, I thought for sure this was one of the shows that didn't win the April FNL Madness, whatever it was, FNL April Madness.
Mm-hmm.
But it was not. And the show is Grace and Frankie.
Mm.
And I think I didn't put it in because it ended just right at the end of April. So I didn't know if we were going to be like, have it available to us. But it is all on the Flicks, which I should have known because it's a Netflix show. And that's how they air shows.
That would make more sense. Grace and Frankie. Frankie's like a child? No.
No,
Frank, they're
not
both
at
old
all.
ladies, aren't they?
Yeah, it's Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin. Are you guys not familiar with this show?
I don't think I am.
I've seen a couple episodes.
It's basically the duo of Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin, and then the duo of Sam Waterston and Martin Sheen. And Sam Waterston's in like everything. I feel like he's not as much of a household name, but he like should be. Like if you saw him, you'd know him.
Yeah,
Well, he's in a... Yeah, I mean,
Is he
I know
Law
who
and
Sam
Order?
Waterston is.
I see.
for sure.
I see his face.
He's the one who dies in News Radio at the end. Not News Radio. Newsroom.
Oh, okay.
He's the funeral that they break into song at.
Yeah, these are all like that's like 4 powerful actors right there in one Netflix sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
They dropped some dollars.
Yeah, they did. So I accidentally kind of read what this was about just now.
Okay.
Did you know what this was about before, Jimmy, or did you just seen it and wanted to like watch it?
I think I've watched a couple episodes of it when it first came out, 2015. And then my Michelle has blown through it. It's been done for a few days now at time of this recording, and she's already finished the last season. 94 episodes.
Oh, I just yeah, okay. So 94 episodes, and it went from 2015 to April 2022, and just obviously
Yep.
it was on Netflix. I read what it was about wrong, and then I kept reading what it was about, and then realized that I was wrong about it. So now I know what it's about. So their husbands, Robert and Sol, they're divorce lawyers, and they fall in love with each other and leave the ladies. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
So I thought it was a wife swap scenario where the two men fell in love with the two other wives and were trying to get weird about it.
Oh man, I kind of wish you would have stopped reading there.
Yeah.
That'd be
It
great.
would have been. It would have not have been what I thought it was at all. But okay. But this is primarily then with the ex I don't know if they're ex-wives, maybe separated. It's mostly them because it's their names, I guess, right? Huh?
The divorcees. I would say it's from what I remember, it's like 60-40. It's definitely a good handful of all of them. Joe, do you have thoughts?
I'm pretty sure I've seen like the first like 2 or 3 episodes. So yeah, I did know the premise. But I don't really know where it takes off from there because it went for a few seasons, right?
7.
Yeah.
Oh, 7. Yeah, that's more than I realized.
So I imagine like this goes far beyond them just kind of like dealing with the fallout of their divorces. Like that's probably just season 1, right? Or maybe even just like the first couple episodes.
Yeah, maybe.
You assume they move on to other things after that.
Yeah, just silly shit, right? I mean, they're old too, right? So then they can just do whatever they want. You'd assume that either they're all like retired, or I mean, I guess I see like the men at least in this are like divorce lawyers, which is kind of you know on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
But they probably don't need to work. They're probably old enough and rich enough now that they can probably, so it's like now it's like Grace and Frankie go to the Grand Canyon. Grace and Frankie go to the Ozarks. They can do whatever they want. It's really just budget on the show at this point.
Just doing fun retirement things.
You think they're going to open up like an old lady shop together or something like that?
Hey, save it for the predictions.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm still don't want to spoil my final prediction that Grace and Frankie like open a knick-knack shop up in like West Hollywood or something.
That's ridiculous.
Actually, I don't know where this takes place, but
I don't know. I will say I want to give this, as far as like a rom-com goes, I want to give this a little more credit that, you know, if it's like a group of older folks where maybe times changed, you know, when they got married, this was not like an acceptable thing. And now that it is, they're being able to be more like truthful with themselves. And maybe now that they're even like, end of careers or whatever, they're like, you know what? We're not going to live much longer. Let's just go for it.
Yeah, man. If you've waited your entire life to like, you know, be with the correct person, it's time. You know, I'm mostly talking about those 20 hot sums that are on in rom-coms that are fooling around with other people and stuff. So I think this is going to be. I honestly am already expecting this to be very funny. So I'm ready.
Yeah.
Should we just watch it? Should we just watch it, guys?
It's about that time.
Joe, I feel like you're doing deep dives over there. Do you have knowledge?
No. I'm just doing some side clicking around on the tangential Gracie and Frankie, but trying to not read about the show.
All right.
All right, fair enough.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, hey, Netflix, so they named the first episode. Thank you. The first season all came out on May 8th, 2015. So that's when it all dropped. The first episode's called The End. So I'm probably going to get that divorce pretty quick. According to the name of the episode. So why don't we get to watching and we'll be back after that. All right, we're back from the first episode of Grace and Frankie. It was called The End. Jimmy, do you got a write-up?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What is this? Written by Marta Kaufman and Howard J. Morris. I think.
They tag teamed, huh?
Yeah, I think. So they created it, and Marta Kaufman's one of the creators of Friends, which I think is interesting. Anyway, Grace Hansen and Frankie Bergstein are brought to dinner by their lawyer husbands, Robert and Saul, under the assumption that the men are going to announce that they are retiring, but the women are shocked when their husbands reveal they are actually leaving them for each other and want to get married now that same-sex marriage is legal. The men also reveal that they have been having an affair with each other for more than 20 years. The news quickly spreads to their horrified children. Despite their stark personality differences, Grace and Frankie strike up a bond when they both seek escape at the beach house that the couples share. Or co-own, I should say. So yeah, that's what the wiki says. What did you guys think?
I thought it was fine. I think that's what I thought. I don't think I thought it was exceptional, but it wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I think I'm like having an internal debate on whether or not I would want to roll into episode 2 or not. Like I really like Martin Sheen, and like he's just great in everything. So he was fun. I mean, I liked all 4 of them, actually. I guess I might as well just say that. I did like all 4 of them. I liked Frankie. Frankie was the... Wait, no, yeah. Yeah, Frankie was the one that was like trying to do peyote tea and like
she's a little crunchy,
kind of being a little little old hipster, I guess, kind of thing. So that was kind of fun. I didn't realize till like halfway through that the ladies like apparently didn't, or at least Grace didn't like Frankie. You know?
They do not get along. That's definitely a part of the charm.
Yeah, they're gonna butt heads, but they're in it. They're in this together. I
kind
guess.
of an odd couple.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I did think before we find out what Joe thought, I did find it very weird that when they went to the restaurant and they told their wives that they wanted to be gay together and wanted to get divorced so they could get married. Sol and Robert did, and then they both went home with their wives that they just said they want to leave.
Yeah.
I felt like that was very like get a hotel room or something. Like,
yeah, you figure they're gonna want some space.
yeah, you apparently have an entire extra house between the three of you, and you both went home. I mean, there's probably there's
dinner.
some talking that needs to be done, but it seems like weird to spend the night, after that.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of like, where do you go? What do you do?
Yeah, it's
Right.
yeah. It seems like that wasn't planned out really.
Right.
Maybe they should have had a plan first, but yeah, I thought it was also just kind of fine. I think what's interesting, and maybe this is a function of it being on Netflix, is that it's the whole first episode is just setup, like setting up the whole just the whole backstory of them as in Grace and Frankie being split up from their husbands because their husbands are coming together now, and that they kind of have to rely on each other. I think the episode, doesn't it go like, are they like staring at each other and going like, okay, what now?
Yeah, they're sitting in their beach house.
And that's just kind of like, I feel like for a more typical TV show that you might get, episodes weekly, like they have to show you a little bit of like, okay, here's what the show is and what it's about. And here's what a typical episode that you're going to tune in on a Thursday night is going to be like. With this one, I feel like I don't really know what is up next. Like, are we...
Right.
Like, I made predictions for the finale for Saul and Robert because I assume that the show's going to be about them four still, and they're going to be somewhat amicable, but, like, I don't know. It could just be about Grace and Frankie by the end, or even by episode 2.
Yeah, I had that thought that by the end they could have lost the gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like those 4 actors are so big, paying all 4 of them for 94 episodes is pretty crazy. So it would be not out of the realm of possibility to lose the men, at least, at least full time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's called Grace and Frankie, and their ex-husbands who are now married.
Grace and Frankie and their exes.
Grace and Frankie and Saul and Robert. The show. So that's I feel like it's you're meant to sit down and watch 2 to 3 episodes.
Yeah, it's interesting how like Netflix versus regular TV or just straight to streaming shows work, because I think the assumption is you're just going to watch episode 2 right away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Almost like, especially when it's only like half an hour long. This is 35 minutes.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
So it's like, don't even worry about what the show is going to be like, because you're going to get the setup in 1, and then you're going to probably find out how the monster of the week works in number 2.
Yeah.
It felt longer to me than 35 minutes, by the way. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it felt longer because I think one of the reasons why I'm kind of like, it was fine and I'm a little iffy on it was because it wasn't like, I mean, it felt like it was supposed to be a sitcom, but it felt like it was kind of like a little lacking in jokes. There was jokes, but like it wasn't like a lot of jokes, or like as many jokes as I guess I would have assumed a sitcom would deliver.
Yeah,
at least right off the bat.
I was gonna say the same thing too. That it seemed like sadder than I realized or remembered. Like I thought it was. I guess I thought it was more of a comedy, and maybe it does get funnier from here. But yeah, a lot of this was dealing with, them essentially, getting dumped by their long-term partners.
Yeah. There's a lot of drama in this. It was a dramedy for sure. I don't know where it goes. I assume that it stays that way because I don't know that you start a show with an episode like this and then just try to do a bunch of Lily Tomlin saying dirty jokes, which I do love. She was great.
It is interesting, though, that it would be, I guess, so quote like sad without so much funny stuff. Because I mean, we've watched shows that are like unbearable, like hilarious, and then like in this first episode still drop like the like saddest shit.
Yeah,
you know, and like be real as hell. I mean,
you're talking about Frasier.
I'm talking about Frasier. Yeah, it's literally what I was thinking about. But like, there's other ones too. But there's a way to do it, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's just they kind of just went a little bit more somber with less jokes. So my hope is that last episode is far more jokier.
I mean, I do too. I don't think it will be. I don't think that's what this is. Upon like watching this again, I think this is more about. There was all this like relationship, like we got this insight for a little while after the dinner. There's kind of like an act 2 of now we see how Grace and Robert are going to deal with this, and it's kind of angry. And then we see how Frankie and Saul are going to deal with this, and it's a little bit something else. And then you see Grace and Frankie kind of break down and have this whole thing. Like it was more about, I think, relationships with like jokes sprinkled in to me, and like how people deal with big stuff.
Yeah, but it's labeled comedy, Jimmy.
Like on Netflix it is?
I mean, definitely on. I mean, I was just looking at Wikipedia, but generally they still. I'm not next to my Netflix right now. I'm doing a podcast.
I mean, yeah, especially from like Jimmy, you had mentioned that one of the creators was the creators of Friends. The other guy, Howard Morris, is the creator of Home Improvement.
Nice.
And like
genres is sitcoms, TV dramas, TV comedies on Netflix itself.
Wait, what was that?
Sitcoms, TV dramas, TV comedies.
Okay. Sure, I buy that.
But yeah, just like both creators have a lot of experience in like, highly successful laugh track comedies. And like this is just like very much not that.
I can't do the laugh tracks anymore. I can't believe that's still a medium that people watch.
I mean, I think that's like laugh track in general is almost the like full reason why I just hate. I mean, a lot of the reason why I'm just like I hate you, Big Bang, because like why? Why like just
or
be
any
funny?
Chuck Lorre show.
Have you ever seen a thing? Some people have done things online where they have like shown a show like Big Bang or like Friends or something, but they remove the laugh track and then it's just silence, because they just stand around because it, like there's no pacing
great.
To those shows.
Yeah, because they just
they
wait.
say a joke and they literally wait for a laugh.
Right. It's a very different show, right? It's a very different paced show.
Mm-hmm.
It's not The Office where it's jokes per second or cringe per, how long can we hold this cringe?
Hold the cringe. What else? Anything else?
I had some notes.
I kind of noted how like just a lot of it was like just playfully homophobic. And I think your mileage may vary on some of those jokes.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the it's interesting because it's like one of those, like, it definitely was, and I almost assume that might go down as time goes by, only because it's maybe the old ladies can get away with it because now they're kind of pissed at the gays for a little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
and they have they're rightfully angry at their husbands.
Right.
I would chalk it up to their characters, right? They're trying to show these older generation, like they're bad at technology, all the stereotypes. Probably aren't as sensitive with, terms and the LGBT community. I don't think they're really up with that. Although, one of the jokes in the first dinner act is where they're saying, "And we want to get married because we can do that now," and then Lily Tomlin's like, "I threw that fundraiser."
Yeah.
Oh man, and she still doesn't get it.
She did it to herself.
It's true. It's true. Did we mention the write-up mentioned the kids a little bit, and they were just very brief, but I assume that they're going to be more involved throughout. But Frankie and Saul had a son named Coyote, the IMDb says, and that's Ethan Embry. Do you guys recognize that guy?
I don't think I did.
He's in That Thing You Do. He's the bass player. He's also in Empire Records, and he's Rusty in Vegas Vacation.
Empire Records. Okay, I can picture him there.
Okay, yeah. I think he's underrated in Vegas Vacation, but that is a unpopular opinion. They also had a adopted son named Wabudike, I want to say.
Oh, that
That's
other
how
guy
you
was their
pronounce it?
adopted son. I just thought he was the kid's friend or something like that.
I'm assuming he's listed also as a Bernstein.
Okay.
On the IMDb, and that guy's done some voice work. His name's Baron Vaughn. He's in BoJack, and he is Tom Servo in the Mystery Science Theaters on Netflix.
Nice.
And then Grace and Robert have two daughters, Mallory and Brianna, and they've been in stuff. Brianna
I recognized one of them
familiar.
for sure, and I can't remember where I've seen her. And I don't know which one's which, so I can't tell you.
I think you're talking about Brianna. She was the one I recognized too. June Diane Raphael. She's been in a lot of stuff.
Was she in The League or something?
Yeah, she's totally in a couple episodes of The League.
Okay, maybe that's where.
I believe.
I feel like I recognize her across from Paul Scheer at some point. And that's why I'm trying to picture her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is she on a podcast or something?
Probably.
You recognize her face
Isn't
from
everybody?
a podcast.
The name sounds familiar.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Should we? I'm kind of interested in what we have for predictions because, like Joe said, it was kind of a setup episode, so we don't necessarily know where this is going. So this is. I feel like this is almost. I just kind of threw a bunch of words on the page and hope that some of them will stick with points.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
I'll do mine first while they're in my hand. So at number one, I think I said this earlier, but I just stuck with it. I think the ladies open a shop.
Yeah. Nice.
I think an old lady shop. It's just an easy way to write stuff in too.
Okay.
Just that's where the antics come to the ladies then once probably their husbands leave the show mostly.
What do they, not for the prediction, but what do they sell in the shop?
Oh, I mean, I guess in my mind, well, the problem is it's they're two very separate ladies. So in my mind, maybe it's a bookstore that also doubles down with crystals, just so they're both okay. And there's probably a little booze in there too somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
booze, crystals, and books.
Frankie says like out of the gate that she's psychic, which Grace just rolls her eyes at. We saw Grace looking at boxes of like her own brand of like hair product at the store, and then people recognize her.
Oh yeah, I forgot
So
about
she's
that.
somebody. She's doing stuff.
She got some stuff. My second one is I think there's a wedding in this episode, but specifically of the same sex variety. I do not think the two ladies are going to marry each other, but I think maybe
it'd be a little too cute.
Maybe they kind of, it'd be a little too on the nose potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, I think there's going to be a third divorcee in the mix now. So I don't know if it's gonna be a third lady or just another old person that's divorced, but a third divorcee. And then my bookmark is Frankie does drugs.
No way. I have the same thing.
Probably every episode though, right?
I mean, at least every couple, right? Yeah.
I figure they do the like, so she's doing like a peyote tea in this. I assume she's like doing some sort of indigenous like pipe or something.
Some sort of hallucinogen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can just rattle off my other ones quick then. I have that Grace is remarried.
I have
maybe
that one
in this episode. You have that one?
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And then I have some also terrible, just bookending ones. Grace accidentally, she's taking muscle relaxers that she's bringing to Frankie on the beach in this first episode, and then she swallows it with Frankie's peyote tea, not knowing, which I think is hilarious. And then she's like, well, what's going to happen? And Frankie says, you should expect some light vomiting. And so my number 3 prediction is light vomiting. And then this episode starts with, in the dinner, they were sharing a shellfish platter that they've apparently been doing for years and years and years. So my number 4 prediction is shellfish.
Do they know that they carry around their own spoon?
Just a trap.
Their body or their house is also their edible delivery vessel.
Do you guys like oysters? Have you tried oysters?
I've never had one. I think I'm allergic.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't try it.
Haven't had. No, I don't think I've ever had oysters before. I love mussels, though.
What's the difference? Seems like that'd be similar to me.
I'm sure they're probably very similar. Probably prepared a
Not
little
as
differently,
slimy.
but yeah, I'll mess with mussels when the opportunity arises.
You mean like abs?
Yeah, I'll just mess with someone's abs.
Triceps. Yeah.
Deltoids. Joe, what do you got?
So yeah, I did have that Grace remarries. I have that Robert bakes a cake. I think it's just a hobby he gets into. I think Frankie gets a dog. I think she, has a companion, but just not a relationship with a human. I think that Saul is a friend of the cartel.
Okay.
Just because I think it's a solid opportunity for a lawyer named Saul to work for the cartel.
Yeah, fair enough. It's never happened before, so they might as well get it done, right?
Yeah. And then I had like an extra like bonus one, like let's say not for points, it's number 5, but I think since the premiere is called The End, I think the finale is called something like The Start.
Oh.
It's a very good guess.
Yeah.
Should I find out what it's called? I mean, Jimmy might know already, but
I do.
well, I'm scrolling down.
So I was close.
Oh, okay. Yep. So episode 94, which I mean I guess the last season was in 2 parts.
Oh,
First
that's
part
right.
was
That's right.
August 13th, 2021, and then the last like 11 or so episodes dropped April 29th, 2022. And the final episode is called The Beginning.
Okay, close.
Close. Yeah, you're in the ballpark. You were on the right path for sure. So, all right, well, let's watch that, and then we'll be back after that. And we're back from the final episode of Grace and Frankie. It was called The Beginning. Got me all messed up. But Jimmy, do you have a write-up?
Yeah. Robert finally comes to terms with his memory loss. Grace and Frankie confront the possibility of immediate death or aging for a few more years. That's it.
I mean, a little bit else happened, right? They
A little bit.
Yeah, so Robert Martin Sheen, was he getting like Alzheimer's or something like that? Is that what's happening?
I think so.
Yeah, he's like losing his memory.
Yeah. He did make a great Memento joke, which I appreciated.
Oh, yeah. Rewatch Memento and see how that guy handled it.
Yeah. I'm going to do what Guy Pearce does.
I mean, what if it works, right?
Yeah. So
next season, he's just covered in tattoos.
That'd be dope. I'd watch that. Memento, but with Martin Sheen.
Yeah.
So those guys are doing that. Saul is like taking Robert around, trying to get him to remember stuff. And then Frankie, it seems like Frankie has seen in a vision what she believes to be like the day she's gonna die, which is like tomorrow. And then, so they're gonna hold a funeral for her before she's dead, because that's what you do in that situation. And then, but then she's like not gonna come down for that. So then her son, Nwabudike, I think is how I've been saying it.
Bud?
Bud.
Just call him Bud.
Thank you. Bud is like, in the moment, it's like, Coyote's getting married. You got to come down and like be the presider. So then she's going to come down, and then Grace and Frankie fight, and then they murder each other on accident.
That was interesting. All of a sudden they were just like, all of a sudden they're dead, you know?
And then they go to heaven with Dolly Parton.
Man, that was that was just a weird scene. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just very interesting. Very interesting scene. But
yeah. Interesting.
Dolly Parton is an interesting lady. I'm like, every time I see her now, I'm like, oh my God, she's still alive, you know?
I know. Well, so like you said, what did you say they looked like? Everybody in this scene.
Oh, I mean, because
weird.
they're all like older, like super, like, celebrity old white ladies. So they all have had a million, like, plastic surgeries, I would assume. So they all kind of looked.
They look kind of
the dolls.
Yeah, I was gonna say they look kind of smooth.
Yeah, they're all they're way too smooth for how old they are.
Yeah, way too much makeup going on. They all look dead. They look like corpses. Like
didn't quite look like Dolly Parton could open her mouth as much, but maybe it's because she was so smooth that like the wrinkles of you using your mouth weren't seen, you know?
Well, she's got a southern drawl. You don't really move your mouth when you talk.
You just kind of speak through the open hole.
But so I looked it up. Lily Tomlin's like 83, Jane Fonda's 84. So that's getting up there.
That's pretty good. I mean, you don't need to be maybe it's just because it's like they're working and they're in their 80s, you know?
Yeah,
like just sit on a beach or in your big ass home that you got.
And Jane Fonda probably started having plastic surgery like long ago. Like 40. I'm assuming she was in her 50s getting shot up with stuff, you know. And Lily Tomlin was always kind of weathered. But the interesting thing is that Dolly Parton is like a good 5-10 years younger than them. But she looked just as much. I mean, they just put so much makeup on them that they look like they've been done up for a funeral.
Like they're the person that should be in the casket. Is that what you're basically?
They looked like, have you been to a funeral?
I have
They
seen a
looked
dead
like
body.
dead people. And I was gonna say it probably didn't help, like just the white everything and white light of the scenery. It just really illuminated every like lack of wrinkle in their faces and clown rouge on.
But I mean, if I look that alive, even when I'm that old, because I'm sure who knows if I'll make it that far. So once you get that old, who cares, right? You're just happy you're alive.
Yeah. Really, Martin and Waterston didn't really look great either. I thought Sam Waterston looked like maybe he had a stroke or something. I might Google that.
Your number one medical podcast.
Yeah, so they die, but then Dolly Parton is like, turns her back and was like, they stamp their own thing, return, because Grace is going to return, but Frankie wasn't. Dolly Parton lets them go. And then otherwise we had some stuff with the kids, which apparently people care about.
There's a lot more kid heavy for sure in this one.
Yeah, Mallory, we found out Mallory's losing her job, and Brianna tries to talk her into quitting, which I have qualms with, because in a corporate world, she probably was going to get like severance and stuff, which if you quit.
Yeah, you shouldn't quit if you're about to get fired, if you want to get
No.
some sort of maybe severance or unemployment or anything. It seemed like she's pretty high up in a company, so she probably wasn't going to be hurting, but
Good point.
still. But still, come on.
What else?
I realized the lady who plays Brianna or whatever, I was like, I'm like, I imagined her next
who's
to
that?
Paul Scheer, and that's because they've been married for a decade. That's also a reason why I keep thinking, when I see her, I think of Paul Scheer, and I think like vice versa, because subconsciously in my brain, I know that they've been married for ever.
I mean, 10 years isn't forever.
10 years ago, I was barely a person.
10 years ago. Yeah, same.
10 years is a long time
to
do anything.
That's true. I guess that's true. Been married for almost 5, I think.
Dang, really?
Yeah. Right?
All right.
27. What year is this?
I don't know, man. If anyone needs to know when they got married, it's you, not me. For you. Joe, did we find out what you thought about this? We're just talking around you.
I mean, I just don't have much thoughts on how old people look. They just look old.
Fair.
But the show is fine.
Still, it hasn't. Your lever hasn't gone up or down. Really,
I think the problem with me, I think my problem with having a judgment that's any more than fine is just because it feels very much not made for me. It feels like it's like built for an older audience, like maybe not quite. The main character's ages. I'm not saying you need to like be in your 70s to appreciate this, but like. It does kind of seem like it's for like older adults that are looking towards retirement and like want to see some like retirees get into some shenanigans.
Yeah, I could see that. I definitely don't think that this show in general would appeal towards like the 18 to 34 demographic by any means.
Mm-hmm. And I also think that there's some. Like they're definitely playing a lot off of the charisma of the 4 main stars, and especially the 2 women.
Yeah.
And like I just don't have. I just
like
don't have that history with them. Like, Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin like starred in 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton, and so I'm sure when Dolly shows up in like
That's
the heaven
connection.
scene, like. People are like, holy shit, it's the 3 of them together. But for me, I've never seen that movie. Like, I'm aware of it from IMDb from watching this show. But I bet that was cool for someone.
Yeah. Definitely an older generation target audience.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. But, what everyone can get behind, well, some people of all ages, on October 18th, 2019, Sam Waterston and Jane Fonda got arrested for protesting the Trump administration's climate change policies outside the White House.
On January 6th. Full circle.
That was not the White House.
Yeah, I mean, Joe, I think I'm right there with you. Like, this show is just fine, but also I think I'm self-aware enough to know that, yeah, it's probably, I'm just like a little too young for it.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't grow up with it, or just like, none of these three ladies, Dolly Parton including, were big at all in my household growing up, even with my parents. So therefore, I didn't get much of them growing up, and therefore I'm not like, oh yeah, I remember Jane Fonda in this movie that my dad watched, or something like that.
So yeah,
so I'm kind of like,
it's not made for me, and like that's fine. So in that sense, like I don't feel like I could be like it sucked just because it's not for me.
right? Yeah, I agree. I think I'm there. Jimmy, you're old. Do you like it?
I'm feeling my age. It might just be the COVID and all the drugs. But I honestly, part of me would just watch this, like the first season of this, just for Lily Tomlin, because I do think she's hilarious. I find her quirkiness and her like delivery really funny. If y'all haven't seen I Heart Huckabees, I highly recommend it. She's a similar character, only less maybe foul mouthed. I don't remember her saying.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie in a million years.
Right?
The only thing I remember is like Jason Schwartzman being like, "You rock."
Yeah.
His poem.
She and Dustin Hoffman play opposite each other, like a couple of kind of out there hippies, and their interaction with Jason Schwartzman is just fantastic.
Yeah. I don't even know if I can consider that. Yeah, I remember her in that movie, but I can't consider that a reason why I would necessarily love this show or should get into it, because I Heart Huckabees was a movie made for our generation, but just happened to have a couple older actors in it.
I mean, I feel like you can have older actors, and it doesn't mean it's not for you. This is literally like about aging and retiring and like your golden years.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like I didn't like they were in that movie, but they weren't the main focus of it. So then I'm just kind of like, oh, she was in that movie, but Jason Schwartzman and Jude Law and whoever else was in I Heart Huckabees. I forget the other person. It's been forever. Now I got to watch that movie again.
She's also the president's secretary for several seasons of The West Wing, which is also fun because that's Martin Sheen.
Mm-hmm.
I like Martin Sheen in The Departed.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he was in that.
Yeah, he was in that. I just like that movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah. We did it.
Yep. Just seeing how pregnant we can make that pause.
Very lukewarm yup for
dead air
for this show.
Sure. I think that's all we got. Very lukewarm yep for this. If you're in the right age range, or like if you're younger and you have that special place in your heart for any one of these four actors, then it might connect a little bit more with you too. But like also, it's probably better if you're, the kind of the subject matter matters to you. We're not quite We're not quite at old retirement or just old shenanigans age
Your
yet.
partners haven't left you for other partners?
Not yet.
Not
Not
today.
yet. Not yet. All of our partners are still here.
As far as we know.
Should we see how we did in the prediction categories?
Yeah.
Yep.
I did pretty bad. Mine were the ladies open a store. I guess that's inconclusive, but I'm sure they did not. So
Seemed
nothing
like they
there. I
owned
said
the
there was going to be a
business.
wedding of the same sex variety.
Ooh.
And so I was too specific, and I even didn't get the wedding thing right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a bummer. I thought there was going to be a third divorcee in the mix, and it just seems it's just those two gals tag teaming it up around town still. So I wasn't right there. And then Frankie does drugs. She did not. She died, but she did not do drugs. Correct? Like she didn't sneak drugs while I wasn't looking.
I don't think so.
Bud asked her in the first scene if she was high, and
And she said no.
yeah.
I was like,
I
dang
don't know
it.
if I believe her though.
Well, she lied, and that's all I can go by. So I'm going no points.
So I had Grace remarried. Does not seem so. Frankie does drugs. Didn't seem so. Light vomiting. I don't remember any light vomiting or any vomiting. And then shellfish. I honestly wasn't paying close enough attention to that one. There might have been some sort of food at the wedding. I'm not sure. Didn't see anything.
I think it's safe to say there's no shellfish. So
I mean, they were on the beach.
I don't recall. Call me Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't recall.
Oh God. You want me to call you that?
No, I don't. Please don't call. No, please don't call me that.
I'll fucking
I'm sorry.
call you that.
Terrible topical joke. Joe, how'd you do?
I also had Grace remarries, so no, and then I had Robert bakes a cake, which I don't think he did. Frankie gets a dog, didn't see that, and Saul is a friend of the cartel, which inconclusive. So
Inconclusive.
not enough,
Yeah.
not enough for a point.
I bet Frankie has a dog at some point in this
Yeah,
series.
I'm
I
sure.
can see it.
Yeah, I could see her owning a dog at some point. She probably loses it, probably like runs away or something like that.
It's probably someone else's dog that she found and claimed
yeah.
as her own.
Had to give it back to like a young child at the end of the episode or something.
Yeah.
All right, well, 0 points for everybody. So not
Yeah.
only are we super lukewarm on this show, it doesn't want to even give us points.
Hey, you know what's fun?
What's that?
I just thought of is that so Sam Waterston is still, I believe, in Law and Order, right? And tonight, as we're recording this, our friend Larissa was on that show.
Oh shit! Oh
That
yeah, I
aired
did. I
tonight.
did know that she was gonna be in that show. So she was probably opposite Sam Waterston, yelling at him, saying,
I'm sure
"You're
that's what it was. Yeah.
you're out of order."
Have you ever seen that show?
I don't think
You're-
I've ever seen. I mean, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen that show.
Yo, she law or
20
order?
some years.
Yeah, yeah. Which one is she?
I think she might be the and. Yeah.
Ah,
Her is her
The
character.
emphasis.
What's her character's name?
neighbor.
Jessica Order or Samantha Law?
Judy Law.
Judy Law. Judge Judy Law.
Actually, it looked like she's like a DA or a DEA.
a DEA.
Yeah, she looked like a cop.
Like a DEA agent. Like
She looked like she was some sort of drug agent or maybe like homicide. She's like picking up a body or something.
hey, bodies aren't gonna pick themselves up once they're
Like a
dead.
wind jacket of some kind.
All right. Well, watch Law and Order, I guess, is the moral of this whole story that you all have been listening to for an hour. So do that. But if you want us to watch Law and Order, if it ever goes off the air, I don't think that show's ever going to end. It's going to outlast us all, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they've got like new people now. They could probably just keep it rolling with.
So it's just a soap opera at this point, right? Like, it's just never going to end. Well, if you want to have us watch a different show, you can suggest it at FNL Podcast on the Gmail or on the Twitter. We also have an Instagram and
Facebook.
There's Facebook stuff too, if people still use that. So we got that as well. But yeah, send those suggestions our way. But I think that's going to do it for this week's episode. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.